go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
On the surface, it might not be recognizable what connection the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch would have with the Powell Sailor Circus and SMART. The Rotarians' motto of service above self provides that link. You might also ask yourself who makes up this association of individual clubs working together from all around the world.
It's people who are in a position in their lives where their lives have taken on a positive path, where they see the results of their work and they begin to realize that there's more to life than the next dollar, the next bigger home. It's making a difference.
Making that difference on a local and international level is what Rotarians around the globe are renowned for. Each club is one part of the sum of all its parts, which gives the Rotary International the confidence to think globally by acting locally. Its members consist of business and professional leaders who take an active role in their communities. In 7 short years, the commitments of the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch have made a significant contribution to the sum of more than $550,000 raised and donated to various charities. Still, how could there be this connection to the circus?
A lot of our safety equipment and our rigging equipment, things that are very costly but kind of behind the scenes, their grants have allowed us to purchase to make sure that our program is safe for the kids. And it's been extremely important to us. We really couldn't operate without that type of support. And Lakewood Ranch Rotary has been extremely valuable to our program in providing that for us.
The kids don't underestimate the value of the Rotary's contributions.
We love performing for people. If we want to keep performing, we need a better environment to be able to do that. For us to go up on equipment like up high, like the flying trapeze and things like that, it has to be safe so none of us get hurt to be able, so we can still perform, you know.
Make it a little snug so it fits you.
When SMART made a grant request, Gail Clifton, SMART's executive director, had asked for a modest contribution to provide 17 lid locker helmets for her riders.
And I was out here working one day and I got a phone call from the president of the organization, and she said that she had just read the grant and that she was very moved by what we do out here.
The monies the Rotary was willing to grant also provided for a golf cart that helps their less ambulatory students in wheelchairs get from their cars, bring them to their horses, have them ride, and then return them to their vehicles, as well as a proper riding cart for their students who perform at shows.
They were fabulous to us. We ended up getting all of those items, and it just made everybody just thrilled to get that kind of recognition and that kind of support from our local Rotary Club.
85% of all monies raised are given out in grants, staying within the local community. The remainder goes to international programs. This covers a wide array of needs and program services. Few are more unique than Thai-Ease education and exposure tours. At the heart of the program, it's simple. Take at-risk children, give them the personal support they need, and expose them to the possibilities a college education will provide.
A lot of the students that we work with, they are at risk of dropping out. They are at risk of drug abuse. They're at risk of criminal behavior. So our program prevents that particular activity simply because they're with us in the afternoon and not just hanging free on the streets. And so they don't have that opportunity to go, to visit, go to other states and see the opportunities that could be presented to them. So we give them that opportunity by taking them. And that's what the Rotary Club is doing for us. We have a 15-passenger van, and we've had it now for about 6 years. Of course, we have worn that van completely out. That is to the point that we can't take it out of Sarasota.
The Rotary has donated $10,000 towards the new van. If not for this program, these children would not have such a life-changing opportunity.
The Rotary Club, they sponsored our van, which we really needed the van because we couldn't take it to Tallahassee or it would have broke down on us. But I'm so glad that we're getting another van that we can go to different places without having the expense of renting another van.
Reaching out to children and seniors is the emphasis for the Rotary. By funding a communication system that allows for constant monitoring of the residents at the Pines of Sarasota, those living there will be able to keep their active lifestyles with complete peace of mind.
It allows for complete independence of our residents. They will be able to continue in their daily activities without any fear of being too far away from an instrument that's affixed to a wall to ensure their safety.
Raising money at one of the area's most popular functions, the Suncoast Wine Festival is one way to support these programs. By either attending or being a sponsor for the event, you can be sure your money and time will make a dramatic contribution to our community.
I guess I've worked the most closely with the Suncoast Wine Festival, which is our signature fundraiser, because through that we've raised over $500,000 that we then have dispersed to various charities in the community. Let your body really go to the bottom.
Stop! It should be evident that recognizing the needs of so many of our children and even their children is critical to having them be productive members of our society. At Manatee Community Central High School, giving these children the parenting skills they need to bond and raise their children, along with having the proper education, is crucial to developing the next generations.
Well, my teacher's teaching us about like teething and feeding the baby, what's right, like what's good for her, and what ages I could give her like baby food or toddler food, something like that, and like how you could like put her to sleep.
At the Children's Academy of Southwest Florida, the needs of the children are a little more basic, like mats for the children to learn to walk on, bookcases at the children's level so they can reach the developmental toys, and cribs for every child.
Every child must have its own crib for health reasons. There's so many airborne diseases today that we keep kids separate as they sleep. They have their own bedding. We then keep the crib sanitized. But we didn't have enough money to buy more than the 20 cribs we had. The Rotary Club, through their grant, allowed us to buy all new cribs, all new mattresses, all new bedding, so we could add 20 new kids to the classroom.
What of all those renowned international projects? The most famous is that Rotary clubs from around the world have helped in nearly eradicating polio. What's more, they also supply fresh water, living essentials, and shelter to those whose lives have been devastated by hurricanes like Katrina, a tsunami, earthquake, and other natural disasters. One Rotarian in England wanted to put his heartfelt desire to help into action and created what is known as Shelter Box. The Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch immediately recognized the value of this idea and became the U.S. affiliate of this international program.
Well, people, after a disaster, such as a tsunami or flooding or hurricane, and people are out in the elements, people start to die after 2 to 3 days after a disaster like that. They're out in the elements, their immune system starts to break down, they start to lose their will to live, there's no fresh water, and Shelter Box gets into those disaster areas as fast as possible, sometimes within 48 hours. We try to be there before 72 hours, and they provide a shelter, a tent, sleeping bags, water purification system so that people can start to get back on their feet and survive the disaster.
The Rotary started in 1905 by 4 men in Chicago wanting to better the lives of their fellow citizens. Out of these humble beginnings has grown an international organization with more than 32,000 clubs in nearly 200 countries with 1.2 million members.
Second, is it fair to all concerned?
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? A creed to live by. If you are a Rotarian, you do. You too can put your time and financial gifts into action, help your community, and contribute to the betterment of all the people of the world. After seeing the tremendous success and worldwide resources that the Rotary offers, why wouldn't you want to be involved with the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch? You too can make a difference at home and around the world. Call them at the number listed on the screen or visit their website for further information and to see how many others of our neighbors they support. The Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch. Service above self.